Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 78 of Direwolf20's server play series. Getting attacked by a Wisp. Hey, what's up, Wisp? Stop attacking me. Chilling at the moment. Players online, but there's a bunch of other people that are just kind of hanging out on TeamSpeak with us. We got Alex and Soren and Strong Bad, I know that. And who else we got here? Pahimar's here, Shadow Dragon, Andrew, Lex Manos. The gang's all here.
User left
We're just
your
chilling.
channel.
And then somebody left. I don't know who that was.
Jaded.
Oh, okay. Jaded was here, and then she left. But that's okay. So, might want to start messing around with an idea I have. I don't know how feasible this is going to be. I really hope this works out, because it'll be really cool if it does. But I have an idea for some additions to this frame quarry, and I don't think I'm going to spoil entirely what I want to do with it yet. But I am going to get started working on it. You can see I went ahead and crafted just a few items ahead of time, just to make sure I had everything I needed to have. So, yeah, I think that without really spending too much time babbling about it, I think I might just start crafting and playing around. So give me a few minutes here and I'll be right back once I'm ready to start testing this whole build out and working on it. If it works out, great. It might be really cool and help with my resource production because believe it or not, this thing is just not pulling in enough resources for me. I want more. I'm hungry for more resources. I'll be back.
You can never have enough resources.
That's right, Alex. That's right. All right, I'll be back. Alright guys, I'm back. So I'm going to start putting together the basic components of how this thing's going to work. Got a bunch of goodies here, ready to start messing around with this nifty frame machine that I want to make. So, let's see, how is this going to go? I think probably not there, but yeah. So I'm not going to tell you guys just yet what I'm building, but you'll be able to figure it out pretty quick because it's going to be pretty apparent. Let's see, this guy goes here. So if you're done soaring, you can come back and chill if you want.
I'm here.
Oh, cool. You watching?
Not yet. My book's sorted.
I hope I can get this to fit the way I want. I honestly haven't completely tested this in my single player world, but I've tested a little bit, and we're going to find out how well we can get it to work.
Where am I headed to?
I'm at my frame machine.
Ah.
You know what else I'm going to need? I'm going to need some battery power. How in the world am I going to do this?
I'm actually making one of these on the hill over there.
What are you making?
Frame machine.
Nice. Frame machines are fun, that's for sure. Yeah, powering this is not going to be terribly easy, but I think I've got a battery box somewhere. I don't think I created a battery box ahead of time, so let me go get one, and then I'll come back.
I have one on me.
Do you have one? How about some fully charged batteries?
That one I don't have.
Let me see if I have... No, I don't have any batteries. How about empty batteries?
Yeah, I have a little bit of battery charged here.
Just toss it my way. I'll go charge it upstairs. So I have to figure out how I'm going to get this to charge. I have no idea and have not sorted that part out yet. But for now, I'm just going to place this dude here and see how well it goes. So this dude here, and then this guy in here. So hopefully you guys have figured out what I'm doing by now. I hope.
Oh.
Do you see what I'm doing, Soren?
Yeah.
Pretty simple design, really. It's nothing too terribly complex. But I should be able to do this. Cool. Totally. Yep, that's the plan. I am going to build a side-facing... Ooh, that's going to be really tight, but I think I can pull it off. Ooh. I'd really like to be able to pull this in one layer. I think it's kind of a little too far out, but, and then it'll go like this. There we go. So if I want this guy to represent here, that's going to be a little tight if I build it like that. Yeah, it's going to be a sideways frame quarry because I want to be able to start digging deeper into the earth. Like I want to be able to lower the whole frame head down to the bottom and then extend this out to the side and start digging straight into the earth. I think that would be cool. So,
Lyra!
hey Lyra.
Hello.
I'm recording.
Hooray.
So let's give me a few minutes here, figure out how I can bring this back a little bit. I think I'm just going to have to bring it over a little bit. So probably just clear out what I've got because I need like a couple more blocks worth of space in order for this to work. So yeah, give me a few here and I'll come right back. And I'm back. This is what I've come up with for a design. It's a little bit weird looking, but I think that's going to work out for me. Like, it's going to fit, right? And then deploy and move. And that's, of course, going to be on one, action. And then what we'll want is to probably have something very similar to what we've got going on down here. So right here, we'll probably have a bunch of these guys hanging out. Okay, like this, for example. And then here, I'm going to have some block breakers. Boom. Cool. So that should be cool. Now, the thing that I was concerned about was making sure that the block breakers lined up with this thing and with, this thing. Because we want to make sure that they can, when they're fully retracted, fit inside this little 9x9 area. Like, that's totally important. I could have, of course, expanded the area to be 10x10 or 12x12 or whatever I really wanted to have the bottom of the head be. But, I'm trying to fit within the 9x9 concept here. I could always expand it if I needed. So we've got these guys set up. And then on top here, we're going to want another ender chest with the same color settings. What else are we going to want? We'll probably want another frequency thing for digging. I could probably even stick with the same frequency, so like 506. Though, if I did that when, this thing was fully retracted, that might not work. Let's see. How fully can I retract this guy? Should be able to retract him just a little bit more, actually, than normal. That's probably it, though. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to... Well, maybe even more if I really wanted to. I might even be able to... Yeah, that's cool. All right, so we're going to have to play around. We're going to have to experiment with block breakers, ender chests, wireless redstone, activating it. And then we're going to have to, of course, set up some wireless redstone to activate the deployers and the frame motors. And then I'm also going to have to set up something to charge this battery box, which was like, where I decided to place it. I'm sure I can come up with something that basically connects to these wires and just runs straight down to here. But of course it won't connect once the frame moves down, because then I'd have to have another set of wire getting deployed along with that thing. So what it'll probably do is it'll probably keep this battery box fully charged, when it's retracted up, and then when it moves down, there should hopefully be enough charge in the battery box to do this piece of it, to move the block breakers forward and then back. In terms of the size, well, I'm going to want it to be 9x9. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta-da! And then up here, we're going to want 1, 2, 3, 4. See how kind of prepared I was for that? Pretty happy. So next steps. Going to need some wireless redstone and another one of these dudes. I will be back in just a moment. And guys, we are back. Back to recording. I've got about half the side frame quarry piece constructed right now. The other half would, of course, be on top. Yeah, I'm testing this part out. Actually, this one I want to go. Yeah, there we go. Did I not fill you with frames? Now you're filled with frames. Deploy, would you? There you go. Cool. So this is like the basic thing that's going to happen, right? So when I create this monstrosity, it's going to do this, and it's going to dig sideways. Haha! That's going to be cool. Yeah, this looks really good. I'm really happy with this right now. Come on now. I have to stop doing this with buttons. It's a lot harder with buttons. But yeah, so let's see. We're going to want probably... That's about as far pulled in as I'm going to want it to get. So let's get our ender chest set up here. Again, this is the same color frequency as that guy, so they're both the same. So that should work just cool. All right, and it's connected to those things. So I'm going to need a bunch of block breakers pretty much now-ish. And I could really even like test this out a little bit more, but I want to get the, I think what I should do right now, oh yeah, look at all that charging and draining that's happening. What I should do right now is get the wireless stuff going, because adding the frames on and adding the block breakers is easy but tedious work. Like I just have to make a bunch of block breakers and frames. I do, however, need to figure out how I'm going to power this thing. So let's see. I definitely want some wiring to happen here.
It's a Kojo.
Hey, Kojo. I could probably just bump this up. I'm recording at the moment, bud.
Yep.
And get this here, and let's see, how am I for paneling and stuff? And blue trick wire is definitely something I'm going to need a good handful of. I don't know that I have enough of that at the moment. None on me. So I'm going to go recharge my gravity suit, get some blue trick wire, and then come back. All right, guys, back we are. Getting ready to build my power system for this now. I want to figure out the best method of doing this. I'm thinking like real simple, right? Nothing too fancy. Just hook onto this one, right? Now this one is the one that's connected to here, so that's cool. And what I'm thinking will happen is like when this thing's not, you know, far down, when it's kind of at like, you know, its highest raised position type thing, it'll be able to charge off the solar panels this battery box. If needed, maybe I'll add a couple more battery boxes if it, you know, if one's not enough to do everything I need it to do. But there we go. So now we should be charging, nice and easy. So everything, the power cords are gonna, you know, stabilize themselves. Now, as this moves up and down, it'll disconnect those wires. So watch what happens. Let's see. This is our test. So frame down. Okay, so that wire connection is, oh, there's a breaking there. Why'd you break? Why you break? Because of you being like you. Okay, fair enough. What else broke? I think most of my buttons, but that was expected. Buttons were meant to break. So, I didn't think you would do what you did. Do I put a cover here? Oh, I see. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit of a problem. Because as soon as
I think there should be
again,
there should be a National Geographic documentary of you doing your stuff behind the scenes.
Oh, I'm on camera now. So if this were to go down again, it's just going to grab it again?
Yeah, I don't... completely uncensored failure on my part.
Yeah, so that's going to keep sticking. That's not good. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to get that to behave itself and not drag my stuff down. Tricky. So with that, I'll be back in a minute. I think I have an idea of how to do this. Ooh, and look at this, guys. We got it sorted. Just used some covered cabling thing, and now it should be able to go up and down. So moving it down, ta-da! See how it disconnects, but we don't lose anything here. So everything's behaving itself, no items falling on the ground. And then if we bring it up with this thingy, then it should move up just fine. Sometimes there's a visual bug of things not connecting properly after the resync, but it's okay. Just a visual bug. Awesome. Now, one thing that should be pretty important to me at this point is whether or not this thing can still move, you know, in all 4 directions. So let's give that a shot. We know up and down's cool. Let's make sure there's nothing like button-wise or anything funky here. This should not have a problem moving, but we're going to test right now with right. Oh, yeah. That's right. It's working. And now left. Perfect. And now I just want to test forward and backward, because remember, like, as you add things to your frames, you might add a frame or something somewhere that winds up causing it to, like, you know, get stuck. So that would not be cool. If that did happen, you'd know immediately, because your frame would no longer move in a certain direction and you'd have to track down where your stuck item is. But I'm being pretty careful with this frame build to make sure that doesn't happen. Also, because now, like, this is as high as it can go up, because I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks tall of more, you know, frames and block breakers. This is as far as we can go in terms of up. So I might want to finally, and probably off camera between this episode and next, add the frame motors to let the whole frame move up and down, not just the quarry arm. So yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and let's also place down some frequency stuff. Now, just because of the way this is laid out, it might be a little bit of a nuisance here. See, I gotta activate this guy and this guy at the same time, and I gotta activate this guy and this guy at the same time, just because, you know, like, it's pushing that way and deploying. Now, over here it was a little bit easier because I had the deployer facing the direction it was going instead of the block breaker, but in order for that to happen down here, little more nuisancey. Just because of the way I wanted to keep things as tight and compact as possible, I don't think that would have been as easy. Yeah, because it would have to go, like, down and around. Well, I guess that would have worked now, since I moved it. Yeah. Give me a few minutes, let me figure out if I want to switch this up or if I want to just have multiple receivers, which is, I think, what I'll probably wind up doing. Alright guys, I am back and ready to start messing around with this. So let's see what the frequency was that I left off with on my Dire Quarry thing. So we've got Dire Arm up, frame mortar. Ooh, I didn't ever really use frame mortar. Maybe I'll adjust this one to be the sideways dig. So that was what? 7? So 8 is what I have available to me now. So I'll make this 508. And Dire side, we'll do Dire Quarry side out. Right? Because that's going to be the deployer, which I did actually wind up swapping. And the frame thing that moves it out. Let's go, break. And you break too. So let's see, some wiring here, ready to go. So that when I hit this on frequency 508, and we'll do this as well, 508, set a thingy, and go. Cool. Look at that. How cool is that, guys? And this will be a sideways tunnel bore that's going to be on the side of my quarry. How cool is that? Now I need to do the exact opposite for getting it in. Now there's 2 ways I could do this. One's really long, painful, and annoying, and another one uses 2 wireless receivers. Guess which one I'm going to go with. Yeah, the simple and slightly more expensive way, because, you know, when we're building a machine that's going to get us a ton of resources, why not waste a few resources? There we go, and your turn. And if that was 508, then this should be 509. Dire Quarry side in. Set name. Cool. And then I can do the same thing right here. See, this is the nice thing about wireless redstone, dude. If you want to make sure that you're gonna be all right, yeah, don't have to worry about wiring and all that craziness. Cool. So then 509 will be our pull it in mode. So let's see, 509. Ta-da! Nice. Look at that, dude. That is so cool. I really think that's neat looking. And I've got some covers and everything adjusted, so I should be able to pull it in all the way, which is 1 block closer in, but that's cool. And then if I want to start pushing it out, I shouldn't have a problem with that, right? Nice. Nothing's getting stuck. Nothing's being troublesome. Everything's behaving the way I want it to. I'm really excited about this because it means now all I really need to do is add some block breakers and maybe one more frequency guy that looks a little something like this. That'll be my digger mode. So that might be 507 there. Let's see. I'm going to want just a couple things. Yeah. Let me get my couple things that I'll need, and I'll be right back. Just check if I have them in here. No, I don't. All right, I need a cover thing. And that, guys, is all I need to do. So 507 was my frame water thing, but I'm going to make it frame side dig. Set name, 507 should now activate my block breakers, right? Ta-da! Cool. Look at that. Nice. And if I put a piece of cobble here just to represent, you know, how this will work. Ta-da! Nice. Look at that. That is going to be awesome. Can you tell I'm excited about this build? Alright, now's the painful part. I need a lot of block breakers. About a stack of them, give or take. And a few more frame thingies. So let's get the frame thingies going. Probably going to need at least this many. So let's get everything I need sorted. And I will, as you know, come back after I've got everything, you know, built and constructed, because the next few segments will be very tedious and boring, I think, footage-wise. So, yeah. Now that things are coming together, I'll come back. And we're back, guys. Ready to start putting a few things together, but chilling with a few people on the server who've been a little quiet over the episode. What's going on with you, Mr. Pahimar?
Polishing off some world protection for Equivalent Exchange 3.
Ooh, world protection, huh? What's that about?
So what's going to happen now is when you try to do something in the world, what it will do is it will... So right now the client and the server are built in together, but they're still there. So what'll happen is you try and do something in the world, your client will talk to the server and say, hey, Direwolf would like to do this on this block, and it's going to do this. And the server will go, okay, hold on a second. And the server will say to anyone on the server, any of the other mods on the server, hey, Direwolf would like to do this. If anyone has a problem, say something. But if you don't say something, I'm going to let them do it. And if no one says anything, the server will let you do it.
Nice. So it'll be like kind of just a little bit of control going on for the mods on the server.
Yep. So it leaves a hook out there for whatever world protection ends up in Forge, or whatever Forge mods, or if there would be a Forge mod that would do world protection. I believe a couple are in the works. So all they would have to do is listen to my event, and if the person's not allowed to do what they're trying to do on that particular block or at all, the server will just say, no, you're not allowed.
Nice.
It's really easy to plug into. It took me, I streamed last night while doing it. I felt horrible because I felt like it was a very boring stream for about an hour while I was thinking it out, but I got a good first draft implemented last night. I'm just polishing a couple things now. And for you server owners out there, Equivalent Exchange should be a lot nicer for you guys now. So
you'll basically like have a whole system set up so that if server owners want to prevent certain things, they can.
Indeed.
Nice. I know that was kind of like a concern in the past, right? Like people had a little bit of a free reign to do all kinds of craziness.
Yeah, it was very challenging to say, to put it very lightly, that EE would just completely bypass any world protection. It didn't matter what you had, and part of it was because world protection only works in bucket, and EE was never built for bucket.
Right.
Some of the other major mods went around it with a hacky way in which they made a virtual player. So Buildcraft had a Buildcraft player, and Red Power had a Red Power player. It was just a fake player, and all actions were done by that player. So the server owner would be able to say, okay, this player is not allowed to do this.
Right.
But we never did that with Equivalent Exchange. We wanted it to be better than that. Didn't we, Zeno?
I wanted whatever you wanted, and that was what you wanted, so I said yes, absolutely.
By the way, this is back when Zeno was still the only, like, EE dev.
Right.
I really did want I wanted global configs, but I never committed to it the way that I should have. It was something that we discussed kind of towards the beginning. Was, you know, everybody agreed that all that should have been configurable. But when I finally did the port to SMP, I was so exhausted from just doing the port by itself, I didn't want to touch anything else. And so I got lazy. And what I did in my laziness was I just created a config option to turn off the recipes, and that was all I did.
Oh, I got you.
Evil.
It was a very inelegant solution to a permanent problem, so the way that Pahmar's got it set up is much, much nicer. I really like it.
And if what I understand is correctly, it's essentially the same method as what Forge should be supporting in the near future.
I broke something. What'd I break? Probably that.
Anyway, Dyer, did you happen to, not Dyer, Zeno, did you happen to copy that image I sent you to a local resource? I'm just reorganizing things and moving stuff out of my public.
Alright, YouTube, I'll be back when
Yes.
I figure out what
Yes,
I
I
broke
did
and
save
where.
it.
Alright guys, minor changes to my quarry program. Quarry side in. Should pull the quarry side in and quarry side out. Let's just do it 4 times real quick. We should see it in the distance there going out. Yep, there it goes. Cool, look at that, man. That is awesome. And then side in, I'll run it 5 times and we should see the quarry going in. So let's do that.
I should probably get on ForgeCraft and set up a house somewhere.
Yeah, same.
There we go. Quarry side in is running, and it should be retracting that quarry arm. Just a little bit of a refresh in the distance thing, but nice and quick in and out. That is awesome. I'm so excited about this build. It's going to be cool. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to simulate the following. I'm going to have the quarry kind of go all the way down. Oh, and I also created a dig side program. So I've got dig that moves it down and mines each time and then moves all the way back up. I copied it and just changed it to side out and side dig and side in. So it's going to push the side out and dig, push the side out and dig, etc., 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 until it gets out about 60, and then it's going to retract it all in.
Dyer,
So,
for your
we'll
reactor,
do
you just used a NOT gate and strung everything behind that, right?
what I do now, huh?
User joined your channel.
Your reactor, for all your turn-offs and stuff, you just used a NOT gate and hooked them all behind that NOT gate?
Yeah, pretty much. Alright guys, I am back. I've got a world anchor sitting here on the side of this drill head because as it goes out into the world sideways, it's going to need to, you know, keep the chunks loaded as it's digging out into the world. So that's what the world anchor is there for. And now I think we're ready to test this up before we wrap up this episode. So let's see. I should now be able to run, dun 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 dun, dig side. Now the dig side command should start pushing that, you know, arm out into the world and digging along. You checking it out, Soren? Ooh, look at it go.
Now that is a thing of beauty.
Yeah, it is. And as usual, 5-second delay. Cool. I left the delay in there. Look at that. Soren, come on. How cool
That's
is that?
epic.
I love it.
I'm
Oh,
gonna build
man.
a house in one of these tunnels you make.
Go for it. Somebody's living over here. I don't know who it is. There's something going on over there.
I'm making a Frankfurt on top of that hill.
Nice. I'm waiting for this thing to run into lava or something. But just like my up and down thing, I've got this pausing every, 5 motions. Oh, look. Yeah, there's some lava. That's okay. Shouldn't be a problem. I would just stay away from it if I were you.
Yeah.
Recommendation. Stay away from lava.
Best recommendation I've heard all day.
Oh, you know what else is going to happen? We've got some gravel falling, but that's okay. The lava should not pose a problem because frames should have no problem moving through liquid water and lava, for that matter.
Water.
This is cool.
Moving through water or burning water.
Yeah.
Burning water. Correct.
Evaporating
Sasha Rell's
water.
got it.
Freezing.
Oh, look, there's even diamonds up there. I need those diamonds. I am so low on diamonds. They are my diamonds.
I can't even read it.
I'm using fancy pick to mine them.
Oh?
Yeah, I've got a one of those picks that
yeah.
get you more of items.
Fine name.
So yeah, the reason for this thing, basically, guys, is that I need more higher tier resources. Like, I'm really low on gold and diamonds. So digging up the earth up there is great and all, but being able to dig sideways, like a tunnel bore type situation, that's where we're talking. Like, super cool stuff. So I could even add to this and just have it dig deeper and deeper into the earth if I want, or I could have it just, you know, like right now it's going to go about 60 blocks. And, yeah. Oh, look, more diamonds. See? That's what I'm talking about. Right here, more diamonds. This is why I'm doing this.
You.
And look, one of sword. Oh, now it's dark. Always dig behind your diamonds, guys. You never know if you'll find more. Yay, diamonds.
I really do need to fix the rendering on these crystals.
Yeah? What's wrong with them?
When they stack.
Oh, okay.
They'll
So
start
this thing's
shaping
like
out
really going deep. How far did I make this?
Nice.
Where are we at now? Let's see. I'm at 106.
Are we talking journey to the center of the earth levels of depth here?
Yeah.
wrong. Yeah.
We should be pretty much at the end here. Like, it should start retracting any moment now.
Yeah.
Let's see. Retraction? Come on. Because I think that was
Oh,
60.
there it is.
Yep, there we go. And it's going to retract rather quickly because there won't be a 5-second delay, or you know, a few second delay after every 5. Because I give it like, you know, count to 5, wait a few seconds, you're good to go. So yeah, that's cool. Let's head back to my main house here, and just see how, you know, my sorting system is dealing with this whole, you know, thing. Away. Big mess upstairs. I don't know what that's from. Let's go see what's going on over here. So plenty of stuff done flowing through the system. Cool. I've got a few things I could clean up myself anyway. Throw my diamonds in there that I collected.
Nice.
Awesome. You like?
Nice.
Look, there's some
Oh
ear blocks going into their
my.
location. I love this sorting room. It's so cool. So yeah, guys, I now have a frame quarry / tunnel bore. It can bore into the earth sideways after it digs down into the earth. How cool is that? I'm super thrilled with this build. It worked out exactly what I had in my mind and wanted it to be. Now why didn't you retract all the way? Did you get stuck or something somewhere? Or you know what I bet happened? No, plenty of battery juice there. Alright, let's see what's going on. Frame should not have unloaded. Maybe it did unload? I don't think it would have unloaded. I don't know. But anyway, I think this is a good wrapping up point for this episode. So, Direwolf20 signing off on episode 78. Hope you guys enjoyed checking it out. What I'll do is I'll come back next time, try and see why this thing got stuck. It might have been a chunk loading issue. I'm not sure how good this chunk loader likes to work on frames at the moment, but don't worry, I'll sort it out. But for now, I'm pretty excited about the way it works. Like, it's perfect. It does exactly what I want. And then once it's retracted all the way in, I can issue like the, you know, arm up command. So I've already, what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify dig so that what it does is basically dig down into the earth, maybe wait like 5 minutes, right? Until it's completely, you know, processed all my materials. Then issue the side dig command, which will dig all the way deep into the earth, clearing out a big long tunnel, which is now a mob trap. So that's cool. Lots of, I see creepers and such. Awesome. So cool. Yeah, I'm excited by this build. I really am. I like the way it turned out. So I hope you guys enjoyed checking it out, and come back next time because it's time to get back to working on the new house. All right, guys, take it easy.